Welcome to day 10 of the 12 days of keto.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are two crazy ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and then every Monday, we go live on Keto on the Couch. We just kind of talk about what's going on in our lives for the week.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you can find all the different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
You're all sparkly today.
Merry Christmas. I feel like this is my first cup of coffee today. Can y'all believe it? Like, how did I do the day? But there was just no time this morning. I had to just like get, go.
Yeah, it was a long day. I had lacrosse games.
How'd they go?
It was good. I started at 9 a.m., went until 4:30 p.m., and it's a cool tournament. It's called Jingle Brawl. And it's a 7-on-7 tournament. And it's just a way for the kids to get together for like a fun, festive kind of thing. A lot of the kids put like Santa hats on their helmet
on top
and run
of the
around
helmet?
With like bells on them. So I love the Jingle Brawl tournament, but it was a long day. And you had the Christmas shop,
yes,
which we got cut off talking about last night.
Yes, we got had the Christmas shop today. And y'all, I'm sorry if I cry, I cannot help it. It was such a beautiful day. I am completely worn out because we were there at like 8 o'clock and it went all day long. In fact, like I just got home and grabbed some food because I just didn't get a chance to eat today. And
we had a good dinner. It was nice to come home to dinner.
It was.
Tonight.
I just ground up some beef and man, as it was like finished, it would finish cooking and I'm eating it like right off the Blackstone because I was pretty hungry.
I put a little bit of Heat's barbecue sauce on there.
Oh, nice.
Just a couple of drops.
Ayo.
Yeah.
But we had the privilege of getting to help parents for more than 500 children pick out presents for their kids. Mm-hmm. It was such a dignified, that's what I want to say about it. It brought dignity to the whole process because we, as the volunteers and people serving another person, should not be the heroes of the day.
And I saw Pastor put a thing in the staff chat. There were over 130 volunteers.
Everybody was so great at coming out and being able to serve. Even in line, we had people that were serving, coffee while people waited, talking to them, having conversations, and then I was a shopping elf and Caleb was a shopping elf too, because we were paired with a family and got to really get to know them. In fact, there was one mom and it meant so much. She's a single mom. She's just having a really rough year, just a rough year. And, we all have tough times throughout our lives, but it's like she has 4 children and she's been going through the same 2 years that we've all been going through. And she still has to bring Christmas.
Right.
And she just lost her job and she's, in the second interview for a new job and really hoping. And at the, in the moment while we were shopping, she just broke down and started crying. And it's like, this is hard. This is really hard. And, it was awesome that, toys brought people to this place, but she realized pretty quickly, like, I need community. I need to make some friends and stop trying to just do life on my own. Like, I could just really use a hug right now. So it was awesome because we could just kind of move over to the side, sit down on some couches and just hug and just talk to one another. And I love all those opportunities. And then also I got to shop, on the pink aisle because there were like little girls who the mom would, show up and say like, hey, we've got some girly girls. And I'm like, no problem. We had all of the fun glitter stuff to share.
Cool.
And one that really spoke to me too was I was paired up with a brand new blended family. So I saw us in them because I can remember our first Christmas together with the boys. And they're actually, she has 3 children and he has 3 children. So it's the first family Christmas, 6 kids together. And they were being so careful about what they chose so as not to cause a fight. Like, oh, if we get this, the kids will fight over it. And I can remember us having those conversations too. So it was just a wonderful day. I'm pretty tired, I'm not gonna lie, but it's just such a blessing to be a part of it.
Well, we're here for 12 days of keto, so we got to amp up the energy a little bit.
Yes.
Having some coffee with the whole pot has 2 tablespoons of butter and a scoop of salted caramel keto chow.
It's hitting the spot.
Okay, so let's just give you a reminder. Yesterday's sponsor was Kai's Baking Company.
So excited.
And so if you haven't had a chance, head on over to yesterday's live stream to leave a comment over there, and we will pick the winner for that in a little while.
Still got some time.
And I figured that since neither one of us have tried this one, this is
the
nothing
one
but joy.
That Kai's mom thought we would like the most because you are like an almond joy person. Does it smell like almond joy? Oh, wow. Look at the giant chunks.
Okay, I want to dip this, but I want to taste first.
Yeah. Wait,
Dink.
Mmm. Look at the giant chunks of chocolate chips, too.
That's good.
Mmm. Wow.
I'm not getting a super big almond joy flavor, but it's good.
I am. Have you gone like...
It could be my taste is screwed up.
Yeah, maybe your taste is screwed up because it tastes like an almond joy.
Okay, it's coming through. That's really good.
Yum.
So go ahead and head on over there if you didn't do that yet. And let me tell you what today's sponsor is. This is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So today's sponsor is
Perfect Keto.
Now, again, if you're new, maybe this is your first one of the 12 days of keto. You're just joining us.
This was a good one to join in.
So when we say the companies are sponsoring us, they're not giving us any money. They're simply giving us products to give away. And Perfect Keto really came through.
Yeah, they did.
So here's what you get if you win the Perfect Keto deal.
Dude.
No, you don't get all this.
What are you getting?
So what you're going to get is you get your choice. I want to turn this so you can see it. So this is collagen, MCT oil powder, and this is base. Base is basically ketones. And again, ketones will not help you lose weight.
We have to say it.
They will give you energy.
It's like balls.
They will give you some mental clarity. They could help you with some electrolytes, especially if you're getting started on keto and you have the keto flu, because they are bound to electrolytes. They will help you that way. But they will not help you lose weight any faster. And if anybody from any company comes and says you need ketones or you need exogenous ketones,
they lying
to lose weight, run from them. Do not buy whatever they're telling you because you don't need, they will not.
Stranger danger.
Help you lose more weight.
That's what you
They have a purpose, but the purpose is not to lose weight.
No.
Okay? So, David, thank you very much for the $4.99 super chat. Said I started saving the fat from my frying bacon. How do y'all use it?
Okay.
Frying my eggs. We make my keto chow chili. Sometimes, you'll see the recipe actually calls for coconut oil at the beginning, which I don't even use anymore. I just kind of I render my bacon and leave the bacon fat in there. But I made my pot roast yesterday. So I browned the meat in animal fat. So I use bacon grease. So anytime if you were going to fry something, if you're making eggs, anything you could think of where you would use an oil to fry, just use animal fat instead of using coconut oil or avocado oil or corn oil. And it adds a really
nice bacon flavor. So I was making ground beef on the Blackstone today and just put some bacon grease in there too. And it brings out, so now you have bacon burger taste to it. It's really, really good.
Okay. Here's what you get. So Perfect Keto, you're going to get your choice of any 2 of the powdered supplements. So the base, the MCT oil, or the collagen, you get 2 of them, and you can choose whatever flavor.
Your choice.
You can get a thing of base and a thing of collagen, or you can get a thing of collagen, a thing of MCT oil powder, or you can get 2 collagens. Whatever you want, you get your choice of 2. Then you get your choice of any 2 snack items that they have. So you can choose a box of cookies and a box of Mallow bars. You can choose a Nola bar and a Mallow bar. You can choose 2 Nolas, whatever cookies, you want.
They have bars.
Yep. So the keto bars, I didn't pull one. I don't have a whole box of those.
Eat them.
These have become my real go-to. So yeah, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get your choice of any 2 of the powdered supplements and then any 2 of the snacks.
I see 22 QCat says that they use bacon grease for mayonnaise, and we have made bacon mayonnaise before too.
The first time we did it, it wasn't very good because we weren't filtering out all the junk.
It was some dirty bacon, and I was like, ugh. But if you filter it out, it's gonna look a lot better too.
Yep. So here's how you're going to win if you don't know. So when this live stream is over, head back onto the replay and leave a comment. Make sure you're also subscribed to the channel and hit the like button and the notification bell. And again, listen, I have a goal. I'd love to see 30,000 subscribers before the end of the year, but we need your help. You need to go share the channel. Let people know about it.
Christmas wish.
And engage. So when you're leaving comments, things like that, hitting the like button, that's engagement. YouTube recommends us. We're about 1,200 subscribers away from it. So it's possible. It's a stretch, but it's possible.
It's going to be a Christmas miracle.
That 37% of the people who are watching this live stream right now are not subscribed to the channel, and it's free to do it. So please go subscribe to the channel. Plus, you're supposed to do it in order to win the giveaway.
You're so funny.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You want to get into some of the
Let's see what's going on in everybody else's day.
Okay. So let's see. Christina said it is so warm here in South Carolina that I've been in shorts and a shirt all day.
Oh my gosh.
It's raining now.
Is that normal? Is that normal for that area this time of year? Do you usually have it that warm?
Janice said Louisiana here is pouring rain.
Oh, Janice, I'm sorry. How are you feeling, young lady? I hope you're feeling much better.
Okay, here we go. Renee said, hey, y'all, I just finished Wentworth. And we've got a hail a bit ago in Rockport.
What did you think?
I want to know what you thought of the series finale of Wentworth because I was disappointed with it. I think it wrapped things up.
Is that the greatest name?
It could have gone further. Juju's here said, it's Juju. Saturday Night Live.
It's Saturday night. It's a Saturday. Yes. Am I the only person who's utilizing these live streams to remember what day of the week it is? Because I have no idea.
I'm out of time.
I have lost my ability to tell.
How many days left till Christmas?
Oh, I didn't write it down. This is incorrect. Let's do it together. It is not 8. Maybe we wish there was 8 more days, but there's not. There's only
7.
7. Oh, that's hard to see.
You can't read it.
7.
That's okay.
7.
Okay,
7 days.
Peggy's here. Glad to join you live. Thanks to my daughter's flight from Tampa to Milwaukee being delayed by 2 hours.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I'm not because now she gets to do the live.
Well, I'm glad she's here, but I want her daughter to get close quick.
Becca's here and said it's nasty cold here in southeast Michigan. We had sleet and ice and then snow on top of it. Driving was pretty awful this morning.
I'm so sorry.
So I understand. I'm staying in until spring. I swear.
I don't blame you a bit. Like, I think the bears have it right. They hibernate.
Paul's here said, it's my birthday.
Oh, yay.
I'm turning 52
There's
today.
No way that man is 52.
I am a bit creakier these days, but Defo more healthy due to an almost year of keto.
Did you've seen Paul. There is no chance that gentleman is in his 50s.
Keto reverse ages you.
How is that happening?
Keto reverse ages you. That's
well, let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paul. Happy birthday to you and many more. It has been jingling in my ear all day because jingle bells. And it was so funny. My friend Melissa, who is also a shopping elf. In fact, she was our team leader. She's super fun. And she had bells all over her shoes. So when she was trying to walk into a space, but not like be super loud, it was like she was having to be so intentional with every step to keep it not so crazy loud, but it was super cute. Thanks for the fill up.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Pat said, hey, everybody.
Hey,
we had the kids over for Christmas last night, so my treadmill is no longer covered in gifts.
I can walk with it. Man, that's the only sad part about Christmas, right? I have got to clean my house, yo. Like, we have just been going and going this week, and now it's time. Has your house, like, is it the calm before the storm, and you're like, you have to pick up? Maybe somebody stays picked up in their house all the time and is good as staying on top of the cleaning.
Right.
But man, I've got laundry couch again. I got 2 couches full of laundry. Tabitha has been sleeping in the bed with us because she's just like, you've covered up my dog bed, which is the couch.
Right. Chrissy said my commercial before the live was Keto Chow.
How
well, thank you very much
cute.
for watching the commercials that help support the channel.
Aw, thank you.
I meant to say, by the way, if you are interested in Perfect Keto, there's a link down below. And here's the cool thing. Our link and coupon code now gives you 20%
We
off.
found out from Just Made Keto too.
Yes, that's another thing.
Yeah, I forgot
about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes, you're welcome.
So, when we've loved Just Made Keto, and they're just awesome people. So when she had mentioned us, would you guys like to be an affiliate? And I'm like, I don't really want to be an affiliate, but what I would like you to do is whatever money you would give us as an affiliate, I want you to pass that on to our subscribers in the form of a coupon code. So we have the coupon code 2KrazyKetos for Just Made Keto. We don't make any money. And because we did that, I didn't even realize that coupon code is not worth 10%. It's worth 15%.
Yes.
And that is not an expiring coupon. So anytime you want to get some good home baked goods, maybe somebody's birthday party, something like that, you can order from them, and the coupon code 2KrazyKetos will get you 15% off.
Yeah.
Go support small businesses if you can.
We just love her story. I love the fact she has some special needs kids and started baking because she knew that reducing and eliminating the sugar was going to change her children's lives. And now she's on a quest to change the lives of so many other children.
My favorite companies all came from people who created the product for their own need. Keto Brick, Keto Chow, Just Made Keto. I mean, that's what I love about it. Kai's, yeah. Rickwin said, Rachel, you look so festive. And I love that coffee cup.
I mean, it's powered by Wonder Woman today, right? Like, it's just like, let's get it. I love any opportunity to serve with my kids. That's definitely something. And I'm going to reach out to all of the kids. I mean, all of our kids are in different directions today. You know, Anthony's doing
he was doing lacrosse,
and John Paul is doing stuff. And I'm like, next year we've got to serve at that function as a family, because it really is just neato when you get to serve alongside your kids. Yep. It's just a fun family thing.
Linda said, Joe, what sports do you officiate? Lacrosse and football. So I do youth and I do high school. Right now it's just youth season.
He did baseball for years.
I did baseball for years.
But it's too slow now once you've done lacrosse.
Yeah, so I did baseball for years, got to do like Little League World Series stuff, and I was heavily involved in Little League. But then I got into officiating lacrosse, and lacrosse season is the same time as baseball season down here.
So you got to pick one.
I had to pick one. And I chose lacrosse because it's a super fast-paced game.
It's like snap.
And I love the game of lacrosse. The only thing I don't like is the rule changes every year. Jingle Brawler said, or Baller, sorry, have a Christmas party this evening. Coworkers making lots of meat.
How nice.
Karen said, I'm on my first cup of coffee too, but then it's only 6 a.m. here.
Wow, thanks, Karen. I'm glad we're having coffee together. It was worth waiting for so we could have our coffee together today.
Debbie said, good evening. Driving from Florida back to Indiana. Only 4 more hours and we will be home.
Isn't Florida such a stinker state? It is so long. It is a ridiculously long state. So a lot of times when we travel, it's like day one is nothing but getting out of Florida. Yeah. And then the next day is every other state that you would like to visit. Right. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, when we drive to New York, it's like you get through Florida, you're halfway there. Right?
And on the way home, when you're like, pick up your feet, we're crossing the Florida line, we're back in Florida. And it's like, yeah, but don't get excited because you've got a long trip ahead of you still.
Toby said, my home county in North Carolina did a Christmas store for parents to buy toys, 10 cents on the dollar for their families, and listen to a gospel presentation and optional counseling. I mean, that's what we had like too. It was 10 cents on the dollar. So $5 for $50.
Yeah, it was basically that. And then what I loved was we also had some like gift cards, which they didn't know about. So when you came in contact with a family who could just need a little extra bit of encouragement, we were also able to buy dinner for the whole family, groceries for the family, help them with some of their household bills, if that is the situation, to just alleviate the stress, because that is what it's all about, is lifting one another up.
That's right.
I love that.
Adrian said, first live chat, Rachel, I love your Wonder Woman cup.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here, Adrian.
Mary said, it's a snowy, wintry day today.
Yes.
Shoveled the driveway and made several snow angels. Today is the day to shovel, to show your sparkle. Love your outfit.
Thank you.
Thanks for helping a single mom, special to my heart.
Oh, I am just picturing Mary doing snow angels. I can just absolutely see you doing that, because that is so precious, and I think such a fun thing to do. And Mary, you are just a fun lady.
Christina said, someone showed my youngest son an unexpected kindness today, and I unexpectedly cried for hours afterwards.
Oh,
I was so encouraged.
That is so good. We need that. We need that.
Blue Dove said, I made it home in time. Good evening,
Yay!
family.
Good evening, Blue Dove.
And again, if you're new to us, and if you have a keto question, even though this is the 12 days of keto and we're just here to hang out as a family,
talk about it.
Go ahead and ask your questions and we will try to get to them. Becca said, wow, Rachel, that sounds like an awesome thing that your church does.
I'm so glad we get to do stuff like that.
Pat said, I was that mom one year. The Kiwanis Club took me shopping for my kids. I'm so thankful that now I'm in a position to pay that back for other needy families.
Oh, that is the best. That is just the best.
Juju said, Rachel, I'm highlighter obsessed. Please share and tell me what highlighter you wear.
Oh, because you're seeing it. All I did was I had some glitter eyeshadow. And so I just took the eyeshadow with my finger and rubbed my eyes with it, and then just rubbed up my cheeks.
Yeah.
Now I feel like the Redmond masks that I've been using since I realized that they don't just carry salt, but they have the facial masks, have really helped.
Yeah.
Because
you're not as dry.
I'm not dry. And I also, I don't get any pimples or anything from it, which is really nice. And I'm telling you what, the more meat that we've been eating, we've noticed really a significant change in our skin this year.
Absolutely.
This year, because my legs, even if I could get my face acting right, my legs were always very ashy and dry. And I've noticed that my skin has really bounced a lot this year. So I'm really thankful.
Sabrina said, hi, everyone. Got the grand kiddos tonight, so won't be able to be very focused. We are having a blast playing with Christmas from the Dead.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that they're all there, Sabrina. And we've been thinking about you and Mark all week long. I know that your sister-in-law's celebration of life went well because you guys were involved, and we were just thinking about you that whole day.
Lots of people talking about Perfect Keto.
Yes.
Glenda said Perfect Keto have nice products, but too pricey.
So enter to win.
So yeah, enter to win, and make sure you subscribe. They have sales all the time. Actually, I can tell you, I know they do have a sale coming up after Christmas.
Karen has been binge watching Christmas movies. We finally started. I don't know why it took us so long to get started watching Christmas movies.
Because somebody thinks she's getting a new dog, and she's not.
No, I am not. I got stuck.
We came out from the dog show, and now she's doing nothing but binge watching different breeds of dogs. That's an indication that I guarantee if I go on the search history of Rachel's phone right now,
go for it.
There's going to be pet shops or pet finder dog things.
No,
we're just super busy. But we did watch Jingle All the Way last night. Oh, not Jingle All the Way.
Christmas with the Cranks, which is Joe's favorite holiday movie. No, what happened was we got home from that dog show, and I started watching something on Discovery Plus called Breed All About It. And it's just fascinating what different breeds of dogs do. And it's so important. I find more than ever, it's so important to find out what was your particular dog that you're interested in actually bred to do. Because I was watching the one on Dalmatians, which was fascinating. That would be the absolute wrong dog for us. Absolutely. But it's because of what they were bred to do.
Right.
But what happens is, 101 Dalmatians comes out, and everybody's like, that's a cute dog. So they get it based on the looks, but not really on the needs.
Jessica said, all cozy inside with an espresso peppermint coffee with a scoop of mocha keto chow, having a winter storm in New Hampshire.
Oh,
Is that peppermint good? Because we ordered, I think, I think we ordered 2 sleeves of that. So I'm hoping it's good because we bought 2 sleeves.
If she's drinking it and enjoying it, it's good. But
Maitreya said those keto cookies are a product I like to put in my bike jersey in the summer. They hold up and don't get gross or smushed.
Well, that is really good. I will say we brought it home from Las Vegas. It made the trip. And as you can see, when they came out of the bag, they look good.
Yep. And I think she was talking about perfect keto.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Linda said, can you use your baking grease as a fat for keto chow savory? Then do you use the oil amount? If you do, also, what about cream cheese as the fat? Ooh. Yes and yes. So we have actually used baking grease to make the savory chicken soup, which I think is delicious. I've also used lard. And we used
beef tallow.
No, there was another kind of tallow we used at one point. I remember like bison tallow or something like that. So yeah, any kind of fat with keto chow, and we've done it with cream cheese, and that is really good.
Cream cheese is crazy good.
Right now, before we started the live stream, I actually made a batch of keto chow pistachio pudding with the scrambled eggs, and I'm excited to eat that.
Yeah.
I love pistachio pudding.
Pistachio pudding. And it's green. So it's funny that like you picked up the mug that you have is the shenanigans one for really St. Patrick's Day. But pistachio would work good for Christmas time too because it's green.
Yeah. Jingle Baller said, why are y'all watching and not subscribed? What are you waiting for?
Thanks so much, Renee.
Lots of people saying remember. Bridget said, I don't get much time to eat at work, so I put the perfect keto nut butters in my yogurt at work.
That is awesome. Smart use for it. That really is. Talk about, we say that all the time about putting like nut butters in their place. That is the perfect place because you're going to get a huge impact from the nut butter. Mm-hmm. A lot of times it's just me standing in the kitchen with a spoon. And that's not helpful for anybody. So It's better to have a vocation for that peanut butter.
Tricia said, I'll be leaving Georgia, moving back home to Michigan. Wrong time of the year, and it's been 3 years since I've been around snow.
Oh my gracious, Tricia. But are you so excited? Because there's something magical about home, right? Yeah. Like if it's your home state. I will say I love so many places. Everywhere we visit, I love to see new things. I just love to learn. But there's something special about Florida. And I can remember when I was moving back from Virginia, and I love Virginia and I loved Washington, D.C., but there was something about home, even though Florida is crazy. And every time you read a news article, it's like, don't be from Florida. It's from Florida. Yep. Always.
Julie said pork chop dipped in bacon grease and pork panko and in the air fryer. Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
I want to try a steak that I cover in bacon grease. So you basically get the bacon grease kind of like a paste. Take a steak, cover it.
Is it a craft?
No, you're going to cover it all the way around and then like make it about that thick of bacon grease all the way around. You can do this with tallow too. And then stick in the refrigerator for 60 days and then eat it.
That's a long time.
That's a long time, but it'll preserve it. And I watched this video of Smoking Dad Barbecue. He did it with a complete, I think it was a strip roast. So a very expensive, like $150 piece of meat, right?
Oh,
he took it out
ballsy.
Before cooking.
Okay.
And was cutting the steak with a butter knife.
Really?
You would think that it was like he was using the sharpest knife in the world.
Are you serious?
That's how tender it'll get.
Oh,
but instead of doing a whole roast, I just want to try it with 2 steaks. So instead of ruining $150, $200, I'll ruin $20.
Okay, so I thank you. That feels like something that my heart.
I don't think it's going to ruin it, but I want to try it.
I don't think it will either, but I appreciate that you understand that I can't watch that.
It's more of the patience of waiting 60 days.
We can do
it. That's a long time.
You know what gets you practiced on that? Making your own bacon.
Yeah.
Making bacon gets you used to the best things come to those who wait. Just wait.
Shauna said, hello, everyone. I am mad. It's cool outside right now. And for Christmas, it's going to be warm Texas weather. It sucks.
Man. We never know what we're going to get. It may be cool and breezy, or it may be a day that we're all going in the pool. Yeah. Like, I just don't know yet. And I can't trust the Weather Channel because we went to Universal Studios and I must have asked the Weather Channel and...
It's supposed to be nice and warm.
Oh, my goodness.
And it was cold.
And overcast. And it wasn't supposed to rain a bit.
Suzanne said, I watched a few of her BBE videos today. So inspirational. I'm finding it easy to stick to BBE regimen. Hopefully that will continue. Should we tell them what we're going to do for New Year's yet?
Yes, everybody's here. So let's go ahead and
tell them. People have asked us. So every year we always do a fast for 30 days or 31 days in the month of January. And we do it for God. Basically giving something up to start off the new year. So we always like to give something back the first part of the year. And we've done, Rachel actually did 1 year, no food. The only thing she had was, that's actually how you started keto, right?
Yeah.
She would drink a container of coconut water and 1 Slim Fast shake. And so that's what she did. We've done keto chow only.
No coffee.
We've done no coffee. So this year we're going to go back to beef, butter, bacon, and egg, but we're going to do beef, butter, bacon, egg, and keto chow if we want a keto chow. But we're going to kind of follow our, what our macro, 1-to-1 ratios are. So instead of just eating as much as you want, we're limited to whatever our 1-to-1 ratio are. And again, this is it's supposed to be about,
get our mind
off of other things. So we're going to go back to making it super simple. What can you have? You can have beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. So if you're interested in joining us with that in January, we'll tell you more when we're getting ready to start it, but we're doing that January 1st through January 31st. Some people do a 21-day fast. We just do the entire month, give the whole first month where we don't even think about what we're eating. We don't have a choice. And then we can have that other time to spend in prayer and focus on other things.
Because, it's the year, you just jump in and sometimes you get your mind bogged down with stuff. And it's nice just to be we're not thinking about that. We're not obsessing about food, and we're not going to try to do a bunch of new things. We're just going to keep it simple and be able to focus on other stuff.
Oh, wait a second. It's somebody else's birthday?
Paul.
No. I'm seeing people say happy birthday, Denise.
It's Denise's birthday too?
I must have missed something, but Denise, I'm 61 today
also.
Okay,
that's good. Okay, ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Denise. Happy birthday to you and many more. Happy birthday. Well, those are 2 cool people. No wonder this is both your birthday.
Yeah.
I love it.
Alan said, hot as hell in Northwest Florida.
Oh my gracious, right?
It was kind of rainy when I was on the field today.
They had to crank the air conditioning down so low so that we could be sweatered up and not be sweating on people, because that's gross, right? If you're just excuse me, let's get close and let me sweat on you. Merry Christmas.
Let me check something here. You want to read Leah's comment?
Yeah, Leah says, managed to snag a Ninja Creamy from Bed Bath & Beyond last night. It is Santa's gift to my family. Now I'm looking for the extra pint containers. That is such a nice thing.
I'm checking right now for you where you can get them.
Yeah, because it's really nice to just have it in the refrigerator. And wouldn't it be fun to have those containers and then put in them whatever you want and have them go ahead and freeze up?
Well, especially if it's for your family, because you want to have a bunch of them made.
And then you could use it on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, whenever you celebrate it. Let us know, are you Christmas Eve open presents or are you Christmas Day open presents? Because I know families have different things. My best friend, Beth, when we were growing up, her family's Christmas Eve. And Christmas Day, they just sort of relax. So, and we were always Christmas morning people.
Yeah.
And what time is Christmas morning? I'm still of the opinion that Christmas morning
when the first person
gets up. So we couldn't wait. And it was funny. You would think that the kids would wake up before we did, but usually we were so excited, or Joe was still putting together a bicycle or something. So it was 5 or 6 a.m. We were up.
Yeah.
We were ready and the kids were waking up to us.
So I did put in, Leah, that Amazon does have the creamy containers. I put a link in there, $20 for 2 containers. The same price as buying it from Creamy, but they have them in stock right now.
That's the challenge.
And it's prime. Now we're in South Florida, so we can get things sometimes a little bit faster than some other places in the country. But if I were to order those creamy lids right now, they'd be here by 8 a.m. So they'd be here between 4 and 8 a.m. if I spend $35. So if you want to get them for Christmas, That's the way to go. You will get them for Christmas because they are prime.
Doesn't it still kind of weird you out when you can make a purchase on Amazon and sometimes get it the same day?
So my charger isn't working for my Apple Watch and Apple phone. It's an aftermarket one. So I bought one of those aftermarket ones, and you can put it all together. And it's charging my phone, but not my watch.
Yeah.
10:30 in the morning. I went online on Amazon.
Oh, you have something on your head. You got some.
What is it?
And you must have had some of the hamburger and then it went up there.
Okay.
Okay.
So I ordered one at 10:30 in the morning.
You're doing it wrong.
It was here at the house when I got home.
Wow.
Is that not awesome?
That's crazy.
Shauna said, yes, I have to clean up all the toys and stuff and clean the floors of dog hair.
Okay. I'm glad I'm not alone in this. I could make a new pet every single time we vacuum.
Alexandria said, hey, everybody, only able to pop in for a minute. Work is slammed, so replay this for me. Tried my first keto chow shake this morning. Whoa. I wanted to rip open all the packets and try it.
I'm so glad that you liked it. Oh, Teresa said, love those coupons. I am a coupon gal.
Cher said, good evening, everyone. Just got some fillets in the sous vide bath and broccoli bake prepped.
I thought about you today. There was another Cher that I was partnered with, and we went around and helped people shop, and she's just as sweet as she can be. And I was thinking about Cher from here. So thinking about you today.
Maria said, I stopped BBB for the holiday month doing keto chow vor.
Nice.
Going back to strict BBB carnivore after Christmas.
That's a great plan.
That's why we chose this month of ho, just stay keto. Don't even try to lose weight this month. Just try to maintain. Let's do the opposite of what we've all done in the past, which is, you know what? Throw our hands up in the air during holiday season, probably gain 10 to 15 pounds, and then come January, make a New Year's resolution that we're going to get rid of the 15 pounds that we dropped during the holidays, plus whatever we wanted to lose beforehand. So if we go into the new year and we're just the same weight we were before the holidays, think about how much better we're going to be.
Can I just say, I forgot to tell you this because you're going to crack up. I had to stop at the store on my way home to get something, and I ran into two little kids, little preschool age girls, who mistaked me, and I get why, for Mrs. Claus. Because I'm shopping I'm out. Why am I out looking like this, right? And I have gray hair, which you think about Mrs. Claus. They were pleasantly surprised to see that I didn't need glasses, which I thought was adorable. Where's your glasses, Mrs. Claus? And they were like, oh, can you tell Santa? So they wanted to tell me what they wanted Santa to bring them. So I assured them that I would put a good word in for those two little girls to get what they want for Christmas. And so I was looking at the mom, and the mom's like, I'm so sorry, because she's thinking I'm insulted that they confused me for an old lady. But
you got mistaken for Mrs. Claus.
It tickled me. I loved it.
It's still better than when I got mistaken for our pastor's father. And I'm only a couple of years older than him. And I was 5 years younger than now.
Well, they thought I was his mother.
And we went to walk his dog one day. And the neighbor came up, look, Grandma and Grandpa are walking the dog. And I'm like, how old do I look?
I burned that outfit I was wearing.
If we actually had a picture available to us, Pastor and I look almost identical.
Well, you guys are both bald.
We're both bald. We have the same kind of shaped face, and except for he doesn't have the full beard. But people would mistake me for it. And I'm like, wow, I really must look old.
No.
But I'm old enough to have a 45-year-old son. Beth said, picked up ingredients to make meat layer lasagna for Christmas Eve. That's the other thing that I'm going to be making. The family wants lasagna this year. It'll be fun to bring a keto alternative.
You're so right.
Maybe I'll do brisket and lasagna instead of brisket and turkey.
That would be my vote.
I kind of want to make lasagna now, though.
Can I just hug your neck right now, Beth? Because I'm really, really thankful because I don't want turkey. I really want lasagna. So thank you for giving Joe the idea because you just made my Christmas merrier.
Maybe we'll do that.
That's my vote.
Julie said under the weather for 5 days, but managed to crawl out of bed and turn on your light.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Julie. I hope you feel better soon. I'm sorry you're
22
sick.
QCats said thank you all for all the affiliate discount links. Have used several to try new products, and it's a lot of the coupon codes we get. We're not affiliates. We just
like stuff and like deals.
Rachel says I'm ballsy. I tend to just go up to them like, hey. I want a coupon code. We like your product. We want to tell people about it, but we want to give them a coupon code. I don't need to make any money.
Yeah, this is not a good price for people to have to pay. How can we get cheaper?
I do tend to do that. Christina said my daughter wants to play lacrosse, but there is nowhere for a 12-year-old to play here. Really? Really? That's surprising. Where are you at, Christina?
Yeah, let us know because maybe we can find something for you.
David, thank you very much for the $4.99 super chat. Have you reached your health goals? If not, what are they for the new year?
What a great question, David.
Have you reached your health goals?
Yes. And I'll tell you what my biggest health goal was. Two. First of all, to see the labs that we saw after BBB and E, and to have that confidence that things on the inside are going well. I really, really like that. That was my desire. We had terrible blood pressure. I was pre-diabetic.
You're talking about before keto.
Yeah, before keto. I was having terrible stroke symptoms, just terrible health. And so now, to be healthy and to feel good every single day, even after a long day, I still feel good on the inside. I may be tired, let's go to bed and sleep good tonight, but it's not like everything hurts. Nothing hurts. So that was a huge one. The second thing is I am continuing to eat, even as we have incorporated some different ingredients, and I am completely maintaining wearing my clothes, maintaining what's going on the scale. It is not a yo-yo like it used to be. Moving forward, I would really like to be 2022 be the year of really some good strength training. I am ready to stop identifying as somebody who does not have good upper body strength. I'm tired of saying that about myself. Right. So I'm really going to be working about building that up. Mm-hmm. What about you?
I reached my goal of having the scale go the other way.
Yeah.
And, but I haven't reached my goals yet of definitely wanting to get into more exercising and stuff. But, we're doing our exercising and stuff, but I'd like to incorporate even more.
Yeah.
And it's just that the last couple months have definitely been, weird with so much stuff going on. One of the things that really threw me for a loop this year is when we got sick for a month.
Yeah.
We were both sick for almost a month. And that kind of changed everything up. I mean, that's why I'm still working on a studio. We started the studio before. It was going to be done in 5 days.
Yeah.
And then you get sick for a month.
It's no,
and everything else gets put on the back burner. And then we literally have spent the last 3 months playing catch up from being sick for a month.
Yeah.
So
this year we're going to play mustard.
And my goal for the new year is just to get more into physical training, even more than I'm already doing, and continue this way of eating of again, not just eating beef, butter, bacon, egg, but having that be our primary food and having something like this once in a while, as opposed to in the past, it would be a couple of these a day. And, and not just this, but having this and a Nola bar and a Good Lovin' bar and other stuff. And just getting myself to the point where you can have a little something every day if that's the only carbs you're going to have, but only one thing. So maybe one day I'm going to have one of these, and then one day and try to vary it up. I've already prepared the pistachio pudding. Now the pistachio pudding, we're making it with no sugar alcohols. So I'm looking at egg and keto chow in that.
Yeah.
And then some coconut milk. So if I really wanted to, I could eat the entire batch. Of course, I'd be eating a dozen eggs. But the thought of having that, and that is a healthy snack.
Yeah.
Because I'm basically eating just a whole bunch of hard-boiled eggs and some keto chow.
I love that.
So that is my goal for the new year, is to continue this way that we've really been eating since September, because I feel so good on it, and not get myself off track.
And I know that we've talked about it a lot, but it's difficult. Sometimes it's just hard. It was hard for us too, to just wrap our minds around just focusing on these few little bit of foods. But because I was that person that was I can't go without, and there was this laundry list of things. I can't do without this, and this. And I love that I don't have to feel that way anymore. That wasn't me being in power.
Right.
If I have to say things well, I cannot live without this, and this, I am not in the driver's seat of my life.
Right.
Those things are in the driver's seat of my life. So that's been a real victory this year, to finally get past that.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and pick the winner
Pick a
for
winner.
Kai's.
You got to put it. Did you put it up on the thing?
I already have it up there, right there.
Awesome.
Right there.
Anything goes. All right. Let's see how many people want to try this lovely lady's baking company.
318 comments.
And Alexandria. Let me write it down.
She said, I just got my first keto chow order today. I was looking forward to trying this for the first time with an egg in my coffee until my blender broke this morning. Holding out till Christmas to buy a replacement just in case Santa brings me one.
Yes.
I've waited this long to try keto chow. I guess I can wait another week.
Oh my
Great live
gracious.
stream tonight. So true, guys. So you guys truly deserve 100,000.
Bless
subs.
your heart. Well, congratulations.
Okay.
I hope this helps.
Here's what you need to do. You need to send me an email at joe@2crazyketos.com with all of your shipping information. I will send that off to them.
Oh, I'm glad she
They will send you out your keto box.
We got some mail. Can I share mail today?
Yeah.
We got mail. We got Christmas cards.
While you're opening that, Synergy said exactly, Rachel, it's a whole day to get home once we enter Florida.
I know. I'm so sorry that this is so long. So this one is from Heath and Shelley. Look at this beautiful card that says, wishing you love and joy. It says, sending wishes of warmth and love from our home to yours. Love y'all. Love Heath and Shelley. We love you all. We love you so much, and thank you so much for this card. I'm going to put it back. I've started putting the cards back there so everybody can see them. So this one, ooh, look at this pretty tape. I like that. That's tape, but look how pretty it is. No, it lifts up. Ooh, I love the gold embossed on the inside of that envelope. It says, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Look at this pretty card. It says, wishing you and yours a happy holiday season. Dear Rachel and Joe, I really enjoy all you do for all us keto people. Wishing you and your family many blessings in the new year. Merry Christmas, Joanne Doherty. And it's Joe Mama 227 is her handle.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much. That is a lovely card. All right, this one is from Terry and Karen. Hello. All right, because I saw Karen in here. Look at this beautiful card. Ooh, I love red. Red and green for Christmas. It says Merry Christmas on the front. Look how pretty. On the inside, it says, with all good wishes for a Merry Christmas, a happy year, and all the best things always. Christmas blessings to you both. Merry Christmas, Karen Harrington. Thank you so
awesome.
much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you guys for those cards. They mean so much, and they're so beautiful.
So Suzanne said, where in New York are you from, Joe? I'm from upstate near Watertown, living in PCB now. So I grew up on Long Island in Long Beach, New York. But then we had property in Swinging Bridge Lake in Monticello. So from the time I was born, we would go up there for 2 weeks every summer.
You were born in Brooklyn, right?
I was born in Brooklyn. We lived in Brooklyn for the first year of my life.
Okay.
I was born in Brooklyn Jewish Hospital, which I think they tore that hospital down.
Oh, did you wreck it for them? It was like, okay, Joe's been born here. All right, just tear it all down.
It was the hospital that my mom was doing her residency in.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
where I was born.
She probably finished work that day after you were born.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she talked about back then, it's like you worked like 150 hours a week as a resident. You basically slept in the hospital.
Yeah.
And she worked up until like a week before I was born.
Wow.
So I was born in Brooklyn. We lived in Long Beach for most of my life. But then every weekend we would go upstate to Monticello. We'd go 2 weeks every summer. And then every weekend we would go camping. And we just tent camped because we were on the lake. And then, but we also have property upstate. And that's where my mom moved to, up in the Catskill Mountains.
It stopped being a vacation spot and started being your primary home.
Yeah. Right over near like all of the, bungalow colonies.
We're Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, all of those kind of things. I forgot the name of the big one that was there that like Joan Rivers used to go to and stuff. And I can't think of the name of it right. It started with a C, but I don't remember it.
Okay.
Somebody will probably know it. Adrian said, do you know a good brand of beef collagen? Beef.
Yeah.
So no, honestly, we don't do like a lot of powdered collagens. If you're just looking for beef protein, I would say Equip. There's a link down below.
Equip is a good
one. Or
one.
you can use the Keto Chow Taco. The beef and the tomato base are all beef based, but as far as just buying powdered beef collagen, the only one I would say if you're looking for one, but it does have flavoring, it's not just like a powdered collagen. F-bombs are really good.
Yeah.
I actually have some of those, and sometimes if I don't have any more beef broth or something like that, I will use that, but it's really a powdered bone broth is what it is.
Those F-bomb meat sticks.
Yeah.
If you like your meat stick juicy and like fatty tasting, F-bomb.
Yeah.
Those things are ridiculous.
But the best place
So
to
good.
get beef collagen is eat your beef, the fattier pieces. Even like, let's say you get a New York strip or something and it's got some gristle on it. Chew on that gristle for a while. Even if you end up spitting it out, just chew on it for a while because you're going to get collagen that way.
Chew on this.
Also, steaks with bones. And then eat the steak off of the bone. When you get to the bone, start chewing around that because, again, that's where all the collagen is.
The good news is that you don't have to eat all your food on camera.
No.
So like we ugly eat. And I apologize for that. Y'all have to see us. I try to spare everybody from the way I eat chicken wings because it's hideous. I mean, Bronson thought we were telling a story.
Right.
And then he sat next to me like what, and it was just like, oh my Lord, woman. Like I eat crazy.
Mary said, my neighbors see me making snow angels too, judging from the peals of laughter I hear through the snow in my ears.
I love that so much. I want to make a snow angel with Mary. That's on my to-do list.
Jen said, have you heard of an increase in C-reactive protein on keto? Ours went down. That I know. Renee said, Rockport has really come back a ton. I work in Corpus, Alia, and we should have lunch or dinner sometime. Oh, okay. That's cool.
I
Lee's
love when
close to her.
people get to meet up.
Yep. Blue Dove said, my family has been blessed by people like you. Thank you so much for caring enough to help.
Oh, thank you.
Karen said, Rachel, can you come love on my dogs?
I will. Well, you sent me a Christmas card, so now I can find your puppies.
Denise said, just worked Jingle Mart. Our church hosted for kinship foster parents. It was so humbling to learn about how much families take on with no help.
Oh my gracious. It's so hard. It's so hard sometimes to admit that you need help. And you're so worried that, people are going to judge you for the situation that you're in. And I'm so glad that like the first thing that they could hear as they were coming through the door was all of us just hollering and so excited. Like, you bless us by letting us help you. Like that is a fun fact. The person who is volunteering, they're blessed so much more than whoever it is that they're helping. So if you're like, gosh, I could really use a blessing this year, go volunteer because you get so much more out of it.
Anywhere. And it could be in the Salvation Army. It could be in a food shelter.
Oh my gosh, if you work at an animal shelter, like Michelle there's an animal shelter near where she lives and she has gone like and been serving there. And she's like, these puppies don't even know how much of a blessing they are to me. And like getting to home those dogs, like, oh yeah, it's awesome.
I just realized you said something about possibly going Michelle up to where they got Jenny so that he could do some more hunting.
Birding.
Yeah. And I was going to tell you that you go and I'll stay home. But now that I think of it, they told me that they have some like older, like 5-month-olds.
You're afraid to let me go.
If I go, we are coming home with one of those dogs.
I will be good if I need to go by myself.
Amy said, I'm making your keto child custard, and every time I crack the egg on the side of the bowl, I hear Joe saying, don't crack the eggs on the side of the bowl. I have been warned. 2 reasons you really don't want to crack the egg on the side of a bowl when you're making something. Number one, you could drop the shells into your bowl.
Which is what I do almost every time.
Rachel actually put one into one of our keto chows.
I did.
Number two, for people who are worried about salmonella, which I don't, you have a greater chance of getting hit by lightning.
Don't get hit by lightning though.
It's mostly, it comes from the shell. It's on the outside. So when you crack your shell, if that chicken did have salmonella, it's on the shell. And so now you're cracking the shell onto the bowl and you could possibly contaminate that way. So you're always better off. I'm guilty of sometimes on the edge of the bowl out of laziness, but you're better off on the counter and then dumping it. It's another reason why you shouldn't use your eggshell, though a lot of people do, to separate their egg yolks. I use my hand actually.
I know.
He washes them first. Easy. Of course I wash them first. Well, maybe.
I have also noticed that like even after I crack the shell, it is still possible for me to accidentally drop the whole shell into whatever it is that we're cooking.
Shares that my beagle was bred to play fetch. That's all she wants to do. Oh, and she's really feisty little thing.
Well, did she say beagle?
Yes.
So my one friend had a beagle, but again, she bought that dog because, and it was a foster to adoption situation. So she had got it, brought it in the home because she was fostering it first. And that dog follows its nose and will go away. Like she had to watch it like a hawk because there were so many like amazing agriculture smells in her neighborhood. So she was just like, oh my gracious. And they actually found that there was a family that lived down the street from them who the beagle would always go to that family. And then the people kept bringing her dog back. And so she was still just fostering the dog. And so she was like, you know what? I think that this dog just loves y'all's family better than they love ours. So like, if you would like to adopt this dog, maybe it would be a better fit for your family. And it was. So they wound up adopting that beagle, but it was so funny. I always think of that with beagles, that she's like, that puppy just followed its nose everywhere.
So I was just looking something up because Linda said, do you follow the same amount as oil or butter for using like bacon grease in keto chow? And really what you need to do is figure out like how much you want to use based on how many calories or how many grams of fat you want. So for example, a tablespoon of butter would be 100 calories. So if you want the same amount of calories, now as far as grams of fat, it would be the same because basically every gram of fat is 9 calories. So that's how you can know that. So if you were looking for the equivalent of bacon grease to butter, you would be looking at 2.5 teaspoons is equal to about a tablespoon. It's a little bit less, but it's about. And the same thing with heavy whipping cream. So if you were using an ounce of heavy whipping cream, which is 2 tablespoons, it would be, or if you wanted to use bacon grease instead, it would be 2.5 teaspoons. So 1 teaspoon, that's why I'm pulling up Chronometer over here. 1 teaspoon of bacon grease is 38.57 calories. And it is, how many grams of fat here? 4.3 grams of fat. So that gives you an idea.
For conversion
when you
purposes.
do keto chow, you really do want to have at least 10 grams of fat for a shake because that's going to help you absorb all the vitamins. You need at least 10 grams. So again, use 2.5 teaspoons. That would give you about 10 grams of fat.
I do not recommend using the bacon grease for like pistachio. Definitely do the savories.
Paul said Elf is my favorite Christmas movie. I need to watch that again.
We were joking that like we should have like traveled around as Christmas elves with a bottle of maple syrup, or have like look like syrup stains on our name tag. Wouldn't that have been cute?
Karen said, why am I the only one that doesn't like pouch nut butters?
I like them,
I
but
think they're good. But
I can't be left alone with them.
The biggest thing that I like about pouch nut butters is that you can knead them. But then you also can't get everything out unless you cut them open with a pair of scissors.
You definitely need to mix them. Anthony
did
it one time and got like a nice big squirt of nothing but the oil.
Yep. Denise said, my grandson Logan wants to give you a hug because you like bacon. And we're a bacon band.
Hi, Logan. Merry Christmas.
Pam said, how do you figure the 1-to-1 ratio macros again? I cannot remember how. We do have a whole video on it, but this is super simple. That's why, first of all, we have, if you go to our website, here, let me pull that up. Web, picture-in-picture.
Hi.
2 Crazy Ketos.
We got smaller.
So if you go over here and go to Keto 101 and go to macro calculator, right here. So let's say you are a female, and let's say you weigh, I don't know, 175 pounds.
Okay, I've been there before.
And you want your goal weight to be 150 pounds.
That sounds great.
Do you know your body fat percentage? We're going to say
no.
What is your total carb limit? We're going to leave it at 20. Well, you know what? We'll up it to 30.
Yeah, because this is total carbs we're talking about.
Right? And then there you go. Your protein goal is 150 grams. You're going to do 120 grams of fat and 130 grams of carbs. Notice something here. 150 is your protein, and then your energy. Your body gets energy from 2 places, fat and carbohydrates. So you want your energy, fat and carbohydrates, to not exceed your protein.
Right.
So that's what 1-to-1 is. So for every gram of protein, you're going to have up to a gram of fuel. Mm-hmm. Since we're keto, we want to keep our carbs low. So we're setting our carbohydrates to 30, which means you can have up to 120 grams of fat. Now, if you only wanted to have, let's say you had a day where you only have 10 carbohydrates, well, then you can up your fat to 140. Most important thing here is
The
protein is a goal. You want to hit your protein. You don't have to hit your energy. You can come in less. You can do like 120 grams of fuel to 150 grams of protein. But you want it, you're basically choosing this based on how much do you want to weigh.
Right.
That's what you're going at. Now, if you know your body fat percentage, for example, let's say my body fat percentage, let's say you're 25% body fat, and then you're going to have your lean body mass, and then it's going to base it on what is your lean body mass.
So
and you're
see
going
how
to
it
see
changed the number.
It changed the numbers a little bit. The easiest way to do this is just base it on your ultimate goal weight.
Yeah,
so
I think that's the easier. And what is so great about this is you don't have to change it. You don't have to change it. If you're starting out and you're like, hey, my goal weight is 150 pounds and I'm 300 pounds right now, you don't have to change it when you get to 200 pounds. You don't have to change it when you get to 170 pounds. You don't even have to change it when you get to 150 pounds. At 150 pounds, if you're looking to maintain it, that will keep you going in that area.
I mean, I remember years ago when I was doing Jenny Craig, and you'd go in and they started me off at like 2,800 calories. And then after about a month,
and then it's
as
just
you
like
start
this.
losing weight,
Feels
they're
like
like, they lower you more, and then they lower you more. Here, we're just setting our ultimate goal weight.
And then I don't have
now,
to change
if
it.
you want, let's say you weigh 400 pounds.
Yeah.
That could be a huge jump. If you're used to eating, say, maybe 8,000 calories a day, that would be a really hard transition. So there, maybe you can say, listen, I weigh 400 pounds.
Have a little
and
step.
My first goal is I want to get to 250 pounds.
There you go.
Then up it that way. But that's the easiest way to do it, is just base it on what your ultimate goal weight is.
And I will tell you though, you may not still have to do that, because usually, and this was the case even when I was in the 300 pounds, that I never prioritized protein. Mm-hmm. When you prioritize protein, you get full.
Yeah.
I mean, you really do. So like trying to get in 150 grams of protein is challenging.
And again, when we say prioritize protein, it doesn't mean we're not eating fat.
No.
It means that when we sit down to eat, you want to eat a nice fatty piece of meat, ribeyes or eggs, things like that. And if you are having something else like broccoli or some kind of carbs, that's after you get through your protein. So even like, if we're going to sit down, we had recently Lynette's broccoli salad. Yeah. We had a small amount on our plate, and you'll see that in one of the vlogs that's coming out tomorrow where we have it. Our plate is almost all meat. Right. And it's a little bit of broccoli.
Which
whereas
is
in
very
the past,
different
we
from
were
how we used to
completely
eat.
opposite. It would have been mostly broccoli to fill us up and then eat the meat last.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of reversing things. So Maria said, Joe, did you say you're also going to have keto chow during that challenge? We're going to allow ourselves to have it if we want it. Does it mean I'm going to drink keto chow every day? Probably not. But maybe putting it in our coffee, or if we want to make Maria Emmerich's egg pudding, that kind of thing, or something like that. But that we're still going to pretty much do. We're going to go back to no sweetener coffee, no sweeteners in our coffee, or other than keto chow. I won't be drinking Zevias. I won't be drinking any electrolytes that have sweetener in it.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff.
Which again, I'm really glad that we have the capsules.
Yep. Michelle said, yay, BBB in January. I'm in, but no keto chow, and I think I'm going to do it for 90 days.
Great
I'm
job.
keto-force, so it shouldn't be too hard, just missing my heavy whipping cream already.
That is a great plan.
And the biggest reason we're going to allow ourselves to have keto chow is because we're doing a lot of traveling in January. We're going to be going for 5 days to
the Tampa RV
show is like one of the largest RV shows in the country, and that's in January. And because we're going to be there, I want to have that. If we have a long day, we have something that could be a grab and go or something like this. So because we're traveling, that's why we're putting in there.
I'm excited.
I'm going to tell you, 99% of our food will be beef, butter, bacon, and eggs.
I'm excited to bring some videos on our camping channel, but you may want to check them out because I just have a big time looking at all of the innovation in travel trailers and campers and all that kind of stuff. It's just fun to look at. And I love the opportunity to just kind of let people have a view of that, because it really is cool stuff.
Terry said it sounds like a good idea. It's amazing how BBB can free up prep time.
Serious.
Adding
just no
keto
thought.
chow would mean I can still do my morning protein coffee as part of the challenge.
I love that.
Synergy said, I've been waiting to hear about your January fast. It sounds good. I'm looking forward to hearing the details. I might just join you.
Well, that's exciting.
Teresa said, my sister had an ugly sweater day at work this week, and I had heat rash by the time she got home.
Oh, no. Oh, that's hard.
Maria said, lots of beef and bacon while it's on sale. I filled my freezer with New York steak when it was
Good.
under $5 a pound.
Wow.
Shauna said, Christmas morning when kids wakes up, but I always woke up before my daughter and son. I usually beat him too.
That is so neat.
Susan said, we always had a Christmas Eve church service and then came home and went straight to bed knowing we'd open presents on Christmas.
Yeah. Sometimes we would open our pajamas. So we'd let the kids open up one present, but it was already a pre-decided present, because if they could pick their own present, it would be like straight to whatever was the main focus, like a video game or something.
Yeah.
So we always wanted to do like, okay, you got your Christmas jammies and your blanket.
Well, the problem with our kids and me, when just only a few years ago, is that we would do Christmas. The kids always loved it when Christmas was here. And then eventually we moved it back over to Rachel's mom's house.
Yeah.
But they liked it here because everybody would get Call of Duty on the day it came out in November. And then everybody wanted to beat up the Christmas news.
Isn't that terrible?
So everybody wanted to be near their PlayStation and Xboxes to go beat up Christmas noobs on Christmas.
So basically,
everyone was always trying to rush to get home. Christmas noobs are the kids who get the Call of Duty game or whatever video game on Christmas. Meanwhile, everybody else has had it for a month or longer.
Yeah.
So you know all the little secrets and how the guns react and the hiding places. And you just go in for about a week and a half. You can really up your stats and just beat them up. Just beat them up on the game.
It's like playing billiards or pool and you are a pool shark.
Yeah.
You know you're going to beat whoever comes up against you.
He said you should do the bacon fat experiment right before the cruise so that at least you will be distracted for 7 days. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Pat said, I can't believe I don't know this. How long have you guys been together? Just wondering how little your kids were. 15 years. So when we got together, Caleb had just turned 6. Anthony was 6, turning 7. And John Paul was 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby people.
Yeah. So 15 years. Becca said, we got to open one present on Christmas Eve just before going to Grandma and Grandpa's. The rest were Christmas Day. So when I was a kid, my mom was always home on Christmas Eve. So during the day, my sister and I would beg her and bug her and everything we can. And we would get one present to play with during the day on Christmas Eve. And then everything else waited until Christmas Day. 22 Kika said, my parents went to midnight service at church and then came home and woke us kids up to unwrap gifts after that.
How sweet.
I always try to stay awake waiting on them. Nope, asleep every year.
I know it. Like, that is me on New Year's. Every single New Year's, I plan, like, I'm going to see that ball drop. And I can't even tell you I think that there should be a connection that you shouldn't have to get a year older if you didn't see the ball drop, because it doesn't count, right? Like that, those are like the broken cookies in the bag. They don't count.
When I lived in New York, I did New Year's Eve in New York City once.
Never again. It looks cool.
It looks really cool, but once you're in spot, you're in spot. Wear a diaper.
Yeah. Does not say like, hey, Happy New Year. No, it looks like everybody wants to be close to one another and give a kiss.
You're stuck there.
It's like, no. Do you really want to kiss somebody who's been standing there all day, like peeing on themselves?
We are gonna get off. But let's see if there's any more keto questions. Marie said, staying keto on December, but enjoying keto treats. We'll do BBB again in January.
Idea.
I'm just looking to see if there's any questions. A lot of people talk about what they do for
Keto Chow Chaffle for breakfast. That sounds really good.
Oval said, anybody have a mouse problem in their house? I've caught 7 in 2 days. This morning, a friendly mouse came out and didn't go near the trap and went to greet my dog. Watch out, mice. I'm not friendly.
Wow.
There is a mouse. So I emptied out the whole shed. I actually have to go I figured out what they're doing. So when we cleaned out the shed to get all the Christmas stuff, pretty much there's nothing in there right now. Everything's in the garage.
Yeah.
Because we had mice in the shed, and then we also had lots of palmetto bugs. I finally figured out when I built the shed, I didn't put chicken wire underneath the rafters. Remember, we have an open rafter so that you can get airflow in there because I store gas in there and stuff.
Right, and you can't have that closed off.
So there's no chicken wire. Well, I watched a mouse yesterday. We were in the hot tub and I watched them come out of the chicken coop, run across your little like shade thing you have up and go into the shed. Like Roscoe, because he's old, Roscoe was our mouser. He came home with a mouse every night. One day dropped one on Rachel's head.
Talk about waking up.
Because he's old. He's 15 years old. Actually, he's 16 now. and he just doesn't, he's not a mouser anymore.
He's
and
like,
now we
"Man,
have
they'll be
mice in
fine.
our yard.
You go get your own mice."
But Charity had one the other day. I still don't know what she did with that thing. She was on the patio with it, and there's no way off the patio.
And she forgot where she put it.
I don't
You know that because she forgets. She's absolutely Dory from Finding Nemo. Every single, she forgets. You can fool her, and sometimes she'll spend an hour in the litter box because she can't remember that she went, and she can't remember if she covered it up or not.
Christina said, we're in Greenwood County, South Carolina. The local university had a lacrosse team, but I
Oh.
don't know of a high school with a team that we could participate in. I've never heard of a league either.
Oh, wow.
Go to uslacrosse.com. Now, I don't know anything about girls lacrosse. The game is completely different, and they usually play before the boys on high school days. I still don't understand. I have tried to figure out the rules. I don't understand the rules, but I'm pretty sure if the local university has one, you can probably find something. But if you go to uslacrosse.com, you can find local leagues and things like that.
Well, and even if you call a local university that has a team, they can get you connected.
Because a lot of colleges play club ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can get you connected.
And unless it's a D1 school, they're playing club ball. So that's usually even easier. Pat said, I'm in tears as you listen to your health goals. I'm with you. Let's build strength.
Yes.
I don't want to think of myself as weak.
I don't either, Pat. Like, I'm tired of identifying as somebody that that has no upper body strength. It's so frustrating.
Okay, Tanya said, I was blessed to be a blessing, donating a ton of gifts to a single mom,
Yay.
22 years with 3 kids under 5, affected by HIV, that my company sponsored. We do this every year and it changes me.
It changes you. It immediately puts your head right in the game of like, what is important? And it is fellow human beings. We need people and we need to love people. Like, I love every opportunity where we get to be reminded to be human beings, right? Like, we just need more practice being human.
Let's see. There were a couple questions here that I saw that I feel like we need to stay on just to answer. It was from Joanna.
You were looking for Joanna? My goal?
So Joanna said, my goal is 150 pounds with protein being 150 is tough for me. Can't hit it daily. Is there any protein source I can have with no or minimal fat? Okay. So again, if you've only been eating 70 or 80 grams of protein, just keep upping it until you get to 150.
Yeah.
But you don't want to have no fat. That's
right.
Okay. So when we first started keto, everybody demonized protein. There were certain people out there, I'm not going to say their name, but there were certain people out there who were saying you should only eat about 6 ounces of protein per day by weight. Otherwise, you're going to go into gluconeogenesis. And it's just not true. Yeah. Gluconeogenesis is demand-driven, not supply-driven. That's another whole video. But if you're only eating 70 or 80 and you're trying to get to 150, that's going to be tough.
Just take little baby
steps.
Slowly
work your way up.
Yeah.
But what happened was we were demonizing fat, demonizing protein, and now all of a sudden everybody's demonizing fat, saying, no, you need to know fat. No, your body needs fat. You need to eat fat. That's what's the beauty of one-to-one. But if you're eating 150 grams of protein and 100 grams of fat, you're good. I wouldn't drop much below 100 grams. Bronson has talked about that. Dr. Ted Naiman talks about it. Yes, you have body fat, but your body still needs fat coming in as well. But so I don't know why you want to have a protein with minimal fat. If you want protein with minimal, I can tell you what they are.
Chicken breast.
Salmon, chicken breast, tuna fish. But again, you need to have the fat. You want it. The best thing to do is eat fatty meat. Ribeyes, or I don't like ribeye. I like New York strip. So that's not as fatty as ribeye, but it's good for one-to-one.
Something that my mom was doing this year, because this has been the year for her to prioritize protein also, and it was always challenging for her because she's always just had a bunch of vegetables. That's just what she's used to. And so what she did was just start taking out a scoop of whatever her side dish was and adding a scoop of the protein. So for instance, she would make a normal plate and there would be maybe some cauliflower rice, and then she'd have some chili, chili over cauliflower rice. So then she'd be like, okay, I'm going to put one more scoopful of the chili and one less scoopful of the cauliflower rice. And after a while, one eclipsed the other.
Right.
And that was just an easier way to do it. It's really hard to be like, okay, I'm going to go from eating, this much steak to eating this big slab every single day. That's just a little bit jarring to the system. So it might be easier to just kind of gradually take away and add.
Janice said, where can you get the Lynette recipe? I tried to find it today. I'm going to be typing it up and putting it onto the website probably tomorrow after my lacrosse games. The video was available to our Patreon members and our channel members, so they've had the opportunity to watch it, but it won't be released till this week. But we will be putting the recipe up on the website probably tomorrow or Monday.
If you see any more questions we should answer.
Let's see. Beef, butter, bacon, and egg. Karen said, I'm not much of a faster. I go to about 9, then need my coffee, especially when it's cold.
And that's
again,
okay.
You don't need to fast.
Yeah.
The key is listening to your body.
Exactly.
Okay? There are absolutely benefits to fasting. Absolutely. But they're not beneficial if they're teaching us to ignore our hunger cues. So you really want to eat to your body, which means some days fast, some days don't fast. There are days like today, we didn't eat until we got home.
Yeah.
We didn't even have coffee this morning. There's other days where we're going to have eggs. And you can see us doing that over the time that we were doing beef, butter, bacon, eggs. We started to, and the further we got into beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, the more we did it. Because if you'll see, the first couple of days, the first week or two, we never ate breakfast. Why? Because we were taught you have to intermittent fast. Nothing works unless you intermittent fast.
And I wasn't enjoying life.
And then we started going, okay, I'm hungry today. I'm going to have eggs. But then there were other days we didn't eat till 4 o'clock and we had phenomenal results.
It was just really hard in the past to be like, I'd be like, work. Okay, I'm concentrating on work. I'm having a conversation with somebody and I want to be present in that conversation. And instead I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm hungry. Rachel, you're a monster. You don't eat until 2 o'clock. Okay, get back into be present. All right, stop thinking about it. Don't think about it anymore. Work, it's time for work. But all I could think about is the clock.
Right.
I'm on some sort of timer.
Right.
This isn't a game show. This is my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad.
So Joanna said, I get hungry and I eat, but that's it for me. I'm stalled too. I think my timing of meals is messed up. I get hungry late at night. Eat more.
Yeah.
So I would
eat
more. Now you don't want to eat 10 times a day because that's not good either. Because every time we eat, even if you're just eating beef, fat and protein, you are having an insulin reaction and you cannot lose weight in the presence of insulin. But if you sit down and eat and you're hungry an hour later, you're not eating enough food.
Right.
So find wherever you want to stop eating at night. And that is an issue that I have sometimes too, where I want to eat late at night when I'm working. That's more of a mental thing than it is, an actual, I need food.
Yeah.
And the way I combated that is I started eating a little bit more, or maybe I also would move my meal. Sometimes Rachel would be like, I want dinner to be at 4 o'clock. Well, I know if I'm going to be up until 1 in the morning, 4 o'clock ain't doing it for me because at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I'm going to want to eat. So I would have my big main meal at 6 or 7 o'clock because I knew that would get me through my working.
Hey, Blaine.
And also, the more meat you eat, the less you're going to be hungry.
So Blaine says, adding fat to your protein can help too. Maybe add tallow, butter, or bacon grease. I definitely agree with that. I found that, and it sounds so crazy, we'd have this beautiful ribeye steak and then we'd put a pat of butter on it because that did. I mean, it tasted great and it also satiated us. Lady
Smith said, yes, I have a bone to pick with the one keto expert. No more than 3 to 4 ounces of meat per meal. I stalled hard and I was always hungry.
What you talk about a rat. I was angry as a rat.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to get off. Now, don't forget, as soon as this is over, go over and leave a comment to win the really cool Perfect Keto
nice
bundle. And don't forget, there's actually 3 more days of live streams, but 2 more days of giveaways. So we still have a Keto Chow giveaway.
We still have a creamy.
And we still have a creamy. And then we have on the last day, we picked the winner from the day before.
Yeah.
So we will be tomorrow night. We'll be at 8:30 in honor of Maitreya.
Yes,
because we want to go learn about coffee on her live stream.
She's got, I think it's 6:30.
Yes.
Radical Geek.
Tomorrow will be at 8:30 p.m. and then Monday and Tuesday will both be 6 p.m. Now, don't forget, in order to win the creamy, you need to go to all of the videos that have come out since Keto on the Couch, episode 143, not including our live streams for the 12 days of keto. So the best thing to do is head on over here. I will show you how to do this real quick. And you're going to go over to youtube.com/2krazyketos. Okay, and you're going to pull this up and you're going to hit videos, and here are all our videos.
Did you hit it so they could see it?
Yeah.
Is that on there? Oh, okay.
It's
I'm just not seeing it.
Is it not streaming still? Should be.
Go. What is it showing on their page?
Oh, it's because it may not. Let me cast this window.
So
Copy this.
Right.
I'm on the wrong tab.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
So 2 Krazy Ketos.
Well, now it's.
It's YouTube.
It can't because
YouTube. YouTube won't let me cast.
Okay.
So go to youtube.com/2krazyketos, hit the videos button, and then sort by date.
Yes.
Okay. You can go sort by date added oldest or date added newest. And you want to go date added newest. And then you're going to go do everyone that doesn't have the 12 days of keto. You can't. What are you trying to do?
Trying to see.
Because I took off.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So everything that doesn't have the 12 days of keto thumbnail, you want to go leave a comment on those because that's where we're going to pick the winner from. So we are going to get off.
Why can't I see everybody?
Because
I on the wrong
deleted
page?
that page.
Oh, sorry.
Is this what you want to see?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you can see it.
Thank you.
We are going to get off. We will see everybody tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time.
We love you guys.
Bye.